Hey there. Welcome back to Blue Feather Healing for my second time recording a message for this web Facebook page. And I'm eventually, hopefully, will do it for YouTube too. I just wanted to welcome everyone, and anyone who wasn't here last week, I welcome you to my new page. This is a new business that I'm starting to offer healing in Pawcatuck, Connecticut, but also through Zoom. It's a combination of working with trauma through hypnotherapy or doing past life regression work, any kind of traumatic work, energy healing, energy attachments, any kind of energy healing that needs to happen in that way. So it's a little bit different. And I encourage you to check out my website and just check out, what we're about, what I'm about, and what's going on there. I just thought I'd offer weekly energy updates just to kind of give you a chance to to know me a little bit, to see how I work, just get a feel of my energy, and hopefully you'll feel drawn to call and make an appointment. And I'd love to get to know you more, or just to have a chance to connect with some of my old friends if you guys feel guided to come. Anyway, so this is the second week of the energy updates. Again, I'm just figuring this out as I go along, so bear with me, but I do enjoy it. I love doing readings. I love reading energy, and I love doing healing work. I've studied for the last 6 years, hypnotherapy, spiritual development program, and have done my own work along the way. So I get to share with you. So let's get to what's happening this week. I'm using Sarah Macheni's. Well, I honestly don't know which deck. I love all his. I have a few of his decks, and I really enjoy them. So, one of his beautiful decks I am using. I can get you the name if anybody's interested. You can send me a message, and I can let you know. They're really, really nice, really beautiful cards. So last week I didn't show the cards. I just was kind of getting used to it. This week I thought I'd try to. I would include giving you a chance to see the cards as I'm pulling them. All right, so let's get started. The week of January 17th to January 24th. January 17th to January 24th. What's the energy for this week? So last week's energy felt a lot like doing a little bit more of that inner, going within, quiet time, introspection, kind of doing some, I felt like I again was feeling like I needed a lot of sleep. I needed a lot of rest. I was doing a lot of dreaming, really deep inner work. It looks like this week, maybe more of that. We start with the moon, which again has to do with that inner healing, that deeper work, maybe some things coming up from the past that want to be healed, just kind of connecting with that really deep inner voice, that inner guidance. And tomorrow night is the full moon, so it's not, not a coincidence that the moon card might have come up. And with the full moon, a lot of the work that I do is really setting intentions to release whatever it is that is ready to be released. So with the moon card, it's often stuff that's, still kind of hanging on from the past. It feels like it's holding you back, or it's not allowing you to move forward. And I think we're really in that process this month. It feels to me like that's a big piece of what's going on, is a lot of introspection about, okay, so what's ready to be released? What's not serving anymore? And then the Four of Swords is more of that, just stepping back, resting. He's just kind of putting his swords down, just getting some clarity. Swords are always about, getting clarity within your mind and your focus and where you want to go next. So I really do think that's more of what we're doing this week. And then this is the Seven of Wands. You can see like there's a lot coming at him, and that may be the feeling that we are having. And I kind of can relate to that, especially with everything going on. There's a lot coming at us, but this is about really stepping into your power and your knowing about where you do want to go. So the wands have to do with finding your passion, your forward movement, where you're wanting to be moving toward. And so instead of taking on all of these other things that are coming kind of at you, it's really stepping into your power and moving forward. So that makes sense with the introspection, is getting that clarity. And then it seems as we move through this energy, there are going to be opportunities that are going to come up to move forward in the way that will bring us more of what it is, more abundance, more of what it is that we're wanting. So some of this releasing and letting go of the old and letting go of the things that don't serve will allow it to make room for some of the more movements. This is the Wheel of Fortune, which really talks about moving into a time of synchronicity and life flowing and moving forward. So it seems that's the focus this week, is to kind of release and then be ready to step into that. And again, with the Nine of Wands, this is even further along than the Seven of Wands, where he is absolutely clear. He's not even looking at any of those old things that were kind of jabbing at him and coming toward him. He's moving forward. He's clear that he's got his clarity in his direction. So I do think that even though the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Wands can really be about some movement forward, I do feel like this is more for this week, is more about inner clarity, finding your own power within you about where you want to be moving, what you're ready to let go of, and not necessarily so much moving it right now, or that there's actual forward movement at this moment. It's more about getting that inner clarity, adjusting. There's a lot of energy that's coming in right now. This is a time of adjusting to this higher level of energy. So what does that mean for us now as we adjust and we move away from the things that have held back, so that we can get into where we want to go? So that's a big piece of what I felt for this week with these cards. I thought I like to pull one oracle card to finish when I get to do some work. And so this week I thought I'd use the Mary Magdalene oracle card. So it's Magdalene oracle, that's what it's called. So let me just pick one card to just kind of finish off. Let's see what's here. These cards they have a nice energy to them. She has a nice, haven't worked with her energy before. It's really powerful. It's really, really nurturing. A lot you can gain from just calling her in. Oh, wow. So I'm going to read this because I don't know the oracle cards by heart. I know the tarot pretty well, but the oracle cards. So this is God. So I can't I'm feeling like that's the divine, that divine connection, that divine guidance that we're kind of feeling. But let's see what it says. You may be asking, does God really exist? And if so, where is God when you need God most? Well, I can understand why some people might be asking that. There's a lot going on. Often it's not our time. It's not, sorry, my glasses. It's often it is in our times of greatest need that we feel the most alone. This card is your confirmation that you're never alone. The universe has heard your call and wants you to know that a loving presence of the divine creator always fills and surrounds you. Surrender your fears and your concerns. Accept the healing light that is being offered to you in this very moment. Out of fear, we often try to swim against the current. This is a waste of time and energy. Trust, accept, and let go. Though there are bound to be many twists and turns along the way, you think? Especially in the environment right now. You'll be pleasantly surprised when the river of life eventually, where the river of life eventually takes you. So there's a little mantra at the bottom. Each life is like an ocean, forever yearning for love's shore. We ebb and flow, not realizing we eternally bathe in the sea of love. So I think that's if I'm to interpret how that fits into what we were just talking about, is that as we take the time to just kind of retreat and go within and find our own sense of what we want, what's our passion, what's our clarity, where are we going, we can kind of start to see that there is some place that, even though the healing part can be hard, the piece where you have to go in and heal, and it can feel overwhelming. So I love this message. I'm going to take this message because it feels to me like overall what it's saying is trust that even though things look crazy and there's lots of twists and turns and we can't quite figure it out, there's a higher power that's watching over, and especially call that in this week. Call in your spirit, call in spirit to really support you through anything that might be challenging, because it may be feel like there's some stuff that comes up that's challenging to let go of. All right, so that's the energy for this week from what I can feel. I'd love to hear from you. Please, even if you just want to give me a call and check in and see what's going on, or just ask some questions, I'm really, really open to kind of sharing what it is my work is at this healing center. So I'm located in Pawcatuck. Do the Zoom calls if you want. Check out my website. It's bluefeatherhealing.net. And I will be back next week with another energy update. Thanks, guys. I'm really enjoying this. This is a lot of fun, and I'm really appreciating getting to share this with everyone. Old friends, and hopefully some new people too. Bye. See you next week.